Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Melissa and today is Thursday, the 2nd of January 2025. It's our first podcast for the year and podcast number 116. Yes, I've checked my notes, 116. Welcome one and all back to the new year. So happy new year to everybody. Can you believe that we've rolled over and here we are again on our favorite day of the week. I'm so happy to be back and to showcase some of your amazing makes. Nothing much has changed here other than the excitement of the new year that it does bring with us. Now, I'm going to get on with the show today. I will like to call it that just for a moment, and I'm hoping and praying, so keep your fingers and toes crossed, guys, that I get this right. I'm going to be inserting the photos of everybody's makes, either just here in the background, or I might do the option where you see the photo and then you hear me talking in the background. So let's just keep those fingers crossed, because you know technology and I have never been good friends, but I'm hoping that that will change in 2025. So let's get on with it. Now, always, your makes make me smile. Thank you for taking the time to send them in to us. I know that everyone's been so very busy leading up to Christmas, and some of us have taken a little bit of time off, including myself, but we do have some wonderful makes to share with you. So I'll grab my notes here as always, and you know my trusty clipboard is here as well. That is always by my side, being a great cheerleader and keeping me on track. Now, our friend Liza, as always, she's been very busy making some amigurumi even at this time of the year, and she managed to make Oliver the Frog. And that's a pattern by Pick-a-Pow, and I do believe that it is a free pattern on the Hobie website. So go and have a look over there. Now, the yarn that Liza used is her favorite yarn, I think, the Peter Pan Wendy yarn. It is a blend of cotton and acrylic, and she's used her 3.5mm clover hook, which she absolutely loves. Now, our friend Kim, she received or subscribed to the Toft Advent Calendar for 2025, and from that she made Hansel and Gretel and their duck. Now, please notice the beautiful pearl like beads all over the duck. Looks absolutely gorgeous, Kim. Thank you so much for sending them in to us. And Kim did tell us that the whole Advent was wool yarn, and I think predominantly that's what Toft does. And then Kim also sent us in her little owl. Now, he was a kit that was gifted to her for Christmas, and it included everything you needed. She told us the yarn, the hooks, the needles, the stuffing, and she did say that it was the yarn was acrylic that was included in the kit. And then lucky last, Kim's daughter, she made a cobra. Now, I think that's very fitting because this year is the year of the snake, I believe, in the Chinese calendar, Chinese New Year calendar. And this was another Toft kit, and it had hand-dyed yarn in it. And isn't it spectacular when you look at all the color changes in the cobra? It's perfect for a cobra. So thank you so very much, all of you, for taking the time to send in your makes. Like I said, we all like to ooh and ah over them, and I really do appreciate it. I wonder what you've all added to your crochet to-do list. I can tell you now, mine is the snake. So, what do we have next? Well, I have been very busy hosting, like starting to host, and also joining in a lot of cows. So I am going to put out a video about that tomorrow for you. It'll be just a little a summary of everything so far. But I will be bringing you my makes for all the cows that I've joined in during the podcast. So I have got one to share with you today. But before I get on to that, I want to show you my beanie of the week. So that's going to be a new little thing that I'm doing for myself. And please join in if you wish to. I'm going to try to highlight a different beanie for each month, a different pattern that I probably or possibly have not tried in the past. The first one definitely does not fall into that category. But I thought I'd try it, and start off nice and ease into it. Reason being, I do need to make quite a few beanies this year, or I want to make quite a few beanies this year. I thought it'd be a nice opportunity to actually highlight or showcase makes that I've never made before. But of course, the first one I made was the Divine hat, guys. So if you're not familiar with the Divine hat, so it's actually a larger one than usual. And I understand why, because I used larger hook. But isn't it gorgeous? I love the way this color pooled. And as you can see, it starts from the crown here and it gradually, you work it down all the way to the ribbing of the rim or the brim. Now, if you're not familiar with the Divine Hat, I'll just show you here. You can actually get a free written pattern on Ravelry, and there it is there. And a couple of YouTubers have put together some tutorials, which are great resources if you need a visual. Now, I did go up a hook size because this yarn that I used here, I'm jumping as usual, is this gorgeous chain spun yarn. Now, if you're not familiar with it, it's a very sturdy yarn, and yet it feels so soft as well. I think when I wash that, it might get a bit softer because, you know, it is a tight stitch, so it is a little bit stiff at the moment, but I think it'll wash up very, very nicely. I think this yarn is also great for baskets. I have made a basket with it, and I'll probably make some more. But this yarn, although you think you could probably use a 6mm hook for the entirety of it, I think because it doesn't have much drape, it's not, you know, that soft. I always think that it's made out of just pure acrylic, but because I got all this in millends and I've got so much of it and I've already used so much of it, I'm never quite sure, and I couldn't source it on Google. Like everywhere I looked for it, I couldn't find it. But it is a beautiful yarn, and it is very strong and sturdy, and I absolutely love it. But the pattern does ask you to use a 6mm hook for the body of the hat or the beanie, and then a 5mm hook for the brim, because you've got to bring it all together the way that it's made. You've got to bring it in together, cinch it in a little bit. But because of this yarn, I did use a 7mm hook and a 6mm hook, and that's fine because we all have different size head, guys. Just because it's too big for me, and it really is, that's why I'm not going to put it on. As you can see, my little mannequin here, it's way past their eyes, and I pretty much fit the hats that fit on this. But I'm absolutely loving it. This will be going to one of my donation piles, so I'll bring you that at the end of the year, wherever it ends up going. So the first beanie of the week is the Divine Hat. If you haven't made one, you really need to put it in your repertoire. It is so much easier than it looks, and it's a dream to crochet up. Last night I made that while we were watching some YouTube videos and some Netflix, maybe over an hour and a half, 2 hours max, and that's sewing in all the ends and everything. So I love that I've added that to my weekly things to make because, as I said, I really need to get quite a few beanies made. Now, the first cowl that I'll show you, or the only cowl that I'll show you today, is the brainchild, or is hosted by our friend Judy at Witch Piece Craft, and it's called the hashtag, so hashtag the sign AU. Now, the reason being is Judy travelled all around the world and she saw so many signs that she fell in love with. So this is a 3-month cowl. So over the 3 months, she's going to highlight 12 of those signs. So we're going to be getting one every 2 weeks from memory. This week's sign she saw in a pub in London. Now, I have had lunch in a pub in London, and let me tell you, it was a great experience. The pub lunches are great. I remember we had fish and chips, and they served peas with it, which we thought was hilarious and a real treat. Because here in Australia, you get fish and chips with fish and chips. Anyway, so what I'm choosing to do, and the sign that inspired, so that's what it is. The sign inspires your make. Slow down, Litsa. Always getting very excited. And the sign that, and please go and visit Judy. If you don't already hang out with her, you really need to. She is amazing. I absolutely love her. And she will show you the sign. And the sign says, I'm on a gin, remember, she found it in a pub. I'm on the gin and tonic diet. So far, I've lost 2 days. Well, that makes sense, right? Now, in the sign, you could see, because it's gin and tonic, there were lime greens, greens, and yellows. So I thought I would make granny squares with my blanket yarn, the inspiration being the poster, and this is the ball of yarn that I used here. Absolutely love these colors together, and I am using a 9mm hook, not an 8. And I am making continuous granny squares. Let me just stretch it out a little bit for you. Here it is here. So I'm going to make 12 of those, guys. It's actually not as floppy as it looks, but it is nice and beautiful and soft. As you can imagine, that's what blanket yarn is. If you don't already know what blanket yarn is, it's a 100% polyester yarn. It is considered, I think, a bulky or number 6 weight yarn. and it's just super smooth. It just glides off your hook and it creates this beautiful, beautiful, soft and fluffy and snuggly fabric. So I'm going to make 12 of these. I'll do 3 by 4 and then a border. And I have measured my tile because there are 10 rows on this. And the only other criteria, I guess we'll call it that, you need to use at least 75 grams of yarn in your make, whatever it may be, whether it's a blanket or an amigurumi or whatever. I think I'm right. 75 grams, this is 155, so just over double. So I've ticked that box as well. And these are 40 by 40 centimeters or 15 and a half, just over by 15 and a half inches. So I'm going to make 12 of those plus a border. So it's going to make a decent sized blanket. Not a huge one, but a nice one. Imagine, you know, there's 3 across and then a border and then 4 up ways. So, oh my gosh, it feels so nice. And I love that it is a project, and I am going to join as I go. I love that it is a project that is quick and easy. It's not too heavy, even though it's blanket yarn, because it's not one huge blanket at the moment, because it is quite warm here. I have been working in the aircon. I am very, very, you know, lucky to be able to say that. But I think that 1 square a fortnight is very, very manageable. And it's a very easy project. You can do it while you're having a chat or just watching, you know, a show, which is wonderful. So thank you, Judy, for inviting us, you know, to join in. I think this is going to be a fun one. And this blanket, if I didn't already say, will be going to my charity drive, Crocheting for the Community 2025. So that'll be great. Now, as I said earlier, I am hosting quite a few cows of my own, and I hope that you all, you know, join us. And when I start those projects, of course, I will be bringing them to you as well. But I can't believe how many cows are already out there, and it's just amazing. I want to do them all. And I'm sure more are going to pop up, guys. I wonder how many you've all joined in and who's doing Judy's as well. Now, oh, this is very important. Please look out for a very, very special video on Saturday. I would like to invite you to join me for something very different. It's not a cow, not a crochet along, but I'm hoping that you will, you know, take the time to at least watch that video and accept my invitation. Now, the next thing I have is some happy mail. I was asked to go and check out my, my post office box between Christmas and New Year, and I can't wait to show you these beautiful, beautiful cards. Let me just put my glasses on. Excuse me, guys. Now, this one says, Christmas greetings from Ireland. I knew exactly who this was from when I saw an Ireland stamp mark. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I want to thank our friend Annette. Thank you so much. And Annette, wishing you and your family all the best for Christmas and the New Year as well. Absolutely love it. Look how gorgeous these little sheep are on the inside as well. It is such a beautiful, beautiful card. Even the back, I absolutely love this. It's just gorgeous. But yeah, this is so adorable. I'm not going to have it up as long as I would have liked because of the postage. But let me tell you, it will be going in my box that I just keep everything that everybody, like a keepsake box. Now this one comes, oh, I love this. Believe in the magic of Christmas. And look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. I believe that's a husky, and a Pomeranian is a miniature husky. A little bit of trivia if you didn't know that, because Coco was a Pomeranian. And this comes to us from our friend Sarah Nicole. Thank you so much. She has a YouTube channel of her own. Go and visit her. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful card. And it says here, from Sarah and the pups. So Sarah and the pups and your whole family, wishing you all a very, very happy, happy New Year. So thank you once again. And yes, I do believe. Let's pop that one up there. Oh my gosh. And then lucky last, and there are some stickers inside. I'll show you the stickers in a moment. Our friend Bella over at Bella's Crochet Gifts, so please go and visit her as well if you don't already do so, sent us this beautiful card here. A beautiful Christmas bauble, merry and bright. I think she has a series on her channel about that. And it just wishing us all the best for Christmas and the coming New Year. So happy New Year to you as well, Bella, and your family, Sabrina included. Where will we put that, guys? Right there. Now, you know how much I love stickers. Oh, what did I knock over? And I will be popping these in my diary this year. So let's have a little look. So there's, oh, let me take these off. I think that's a nice little candle. Oh, look at this one. It is so cute. I'll have to put these for Christmas next year in my diary. I love this one. This is my favorite, I think. This one is gorgeous. A little bauble and some snowflakes. Wow. Now, we don't get snow here. Well, we do. I just don't visit the snow. Every time I say that, I'm like, no, you just don't visit the snow. Love them all. So thank you so very, very much for thinking of us. I really do appreciate it. And from our families to yours, Merry, Merry Christmas, which we've had, and a very happy new year, which we've just started, which is awesome. Now, I got some really cute crochet related, or Coco's crochet related Christmas gifts. One from my daughter-in-law and one from my daughter. So let me show you what my daughter-in-law got me. Absolutely love these. So straight away I thought, oh. And then in there were these gorgeous little micro crochet earrings. So let me just show you one of them. How adorable are they? So whoever did these, and I do have the company card, I'll show you. So that's the way you would see them. She said they were purple and crocheted. I just had to get them. So I'm so very much appreciative that I've got these in my little collection. And this is the company that they're from, Cat with Ball of Yarn. They are an Australian company and they just pop up in the shopping centres. So that's two now that I've seen, two different crochets that are doing that, which I think is wonderful. And then my daughter got me this. It is meant to be a bauble, but I wanted to wear it as a medallion. So on one side, there's Steve and I. And on the other side is Coco and I. Oh, just love this so much. Can you imagine me wearing that? A bit too ostentatious? Yeah, maybe not, but I absolutely love it. So that sits by my bedside at night, just so you know, guys. Now, the Christmas treats that everybody, well, they weren't just Christmas treats, but we got so many treats in Happy Mail. We were so lucky that Steve and I made a pact with you and with each other that we were going to share them with our family and friends at Christmas. And let me tell you, they went down a treat, pardon the pun. They were such a great conversation starter. I think everyone tried pretty much a little bit of everything. My favorite, oh, it's so hard to say favorite, but I think I smashed the popcorn. Everyone tried an after dinner mint before and after dinner and lunch, which was great. Very pepperminty, very refreshing. Oh my gosh, the little Barchi, what were they? The Hershey Kisses, they were so yum. Everybody loved all of the gummies, all the different ones. They absolutely loved them. They smashed them. In actual fact, is it Twizzle sticks? You know, the raspberry, the long ones that reminded me of some licorice sticks here. They were just taking them out of the jar one by one. They were disappearing very quickly. And every time my daughter-in-law popped in, because we were very lucky, the children popped in. They were with us Christmas Eve, popped in Christmas Day, came back on Boxing Day because they had different times off. It was just amazing. Slowly but surely, without even thinking, the jars were getting open and being eaten. On the day after Christmas, our parents, like our mums, came over. I'll try to pop a photo of them in here too for you. I'll definitely pop in a photo of the treats, I hope. Everybody was just we even put on the taste testing videos. They were all amazed at your generosity. They could not believe how kind everyone is. And we were getting questioned, but why did they send them to you? I said, because we're friends. So I just thought that was a lot of fun. So thank you for sending them to us. Oh my gosh, I even had a coin this morning that Sam, I remember thinking, oh, they left me a coin. Everything was just yum and delicious. And there is a little bit left, believe it or not, on the coffee table. So I'm just going to leave it there until we finish it because everything is very well covered and in jars and containers. So thank you, every single one of you that sent us something. And we kept our promise, Steve and I. We shared them with the family and friends. Now, New Year has happened, guys, and I just want to share a little tradition with you, which I may have already done last year, but I can't remember. So we bake a cake, and I know a lot of people do, and it's called Vasilopita, which means New Year's cake, and in that cake we pop a coin. So before you cook it, you wrap a coin, you wash it, and then you wrap it in foil very, very tightly and quite a few layers, and then you just drop it in the batter and you put it into bake and you bring it out, and then straight after midnight, when it tips into New Year's Day, at night after midnight, you cut up the cake. And the way that we cut it is you slice a piece for Jesus, a piece for the family, like the house, which is everybody. And then from the oldest to the youngest, everyone gets a piece. And then you eat your piece first, and whatever's left over, you share with everybody. It's just a little bit of fun. It's a little bit of tradition. Usually we make an orange cake. My mother always made an orange cake, but this year I made a coconut lemon cake, and it is yum. Let me tell you, I have been smashing it here. This is the last that I have left while I've been sitting here today, because I do love sitting in my yarn room. But I actually got the piece this year, guys. I always feel a little bit guilty when I get it. I always want it to be the house or Jesus. But in saying that, I got it, guys. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now, do not judge the thickness of my cake, because I used a bigger tin than I should have. But hey, that's okay. But that's what it is. Now, obviously, you don't eat that. So you take that now. That's in there, covered in the batter, because that's what it was baked in. And then I'm going to wash that off, and then I actually keep it in the foil. I have a little container downstairs in the kitchen, in fact, in one of the drawers, and I put them in there. So for me, that means I'm spreading the good luck and all the love with the whole family, the house, and Jesus. So that's what I do when I get the coin. But I just thought that it was a little bit of fun to share with you. It is very, very delicious, the cake. If you like a butter cake, or like a yellow cake, I think some people call it, you would actually enjoy it. It goes great with a cup of coffee, which I always have with me, guys. Always have one with me. So we actually had a very nice New Year's Eve this year. We spent it with Steve's cousin and his wife. They live down the road from us, literally. We drive there, but it's only 5 minutes away, just in the next suburb. And there were maybe 20 people there. It was actually a really nice night. We played a few fun games, sober beer pong. It was a lot of fun. My team won. I should say our team won. I'm usually not very competitive, but it was just, a lot of fun that night. We ate way too much. And then we got home, rolled into bed about 2 o'clock, and started the new year. So that's how we ended 2024 and brought in 2025. So I hope that you all had an opportunity to celebrate whichever way that it was. But now we're here, guys, and we need to focus on 2025. So much to do, so little time as always, but at least we're doing it together. I absolutely love that. I always say Thursdays are my favorite day because we get to catch up. So I think I've sped through everything I needed to catch you up on. I know that I've bombarded you with videos the last couple of days, but there's so much to set up for the year, and then it's just going to slow down. I think this year is going to be a little bit different to last year for me. As I've said, it is my 60th birthday year, which a lot of us are turning 60 this year. I keep saying 1965 was a great year. So I'm so happy that we're doing this together. Please pop down any comments, you want to share with us how your New Year's was. I do know that already we've been so lucky through the comments to share our, how we spent New Year's via email as well. I just absolutely love that we do that. So thank you to all of you that have been commenting and sharing, your adventures. I absolutely love it. Now, as always, please continue to send me your makes by email, and I will showcase them each and every week. Fingers and toes crossed that by now you've seen the makes that you should have seen and any other photos that I've popped in there. If not, we're just going to keep trying, guys. That's all I'm going to say. So thank you for coming back. I hope we have a wonderful year together. I've got a feeling we will. And until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.